What I really love too, you touched on something that I think is very valuable to really dive into, right? Getting yelled at, people getting mad, slamming the door in your face. Because people will look, at your social media platforms, your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, and be like, this is easy for him. But dive deeper into the moments of rejection, because a lot of times people see that and be like, all right, abandon ship, this isn't going to work. No one wants to talk to me, but you stuck to it. And, here we are.
Yeah, I've definitely posted some compilations of people getting angry with me. Those actually are some of my best videos. It shows people that I really do run up on the street and go up to random people. But yeah, it definitely stings. When somebody tells you to get out of their face, it burns, and you don't want to go out the next day and go film again because it's just pure rejection. Um,
Mm.
I would say now I've kind of created like a code of ethics for myself as far as who I'm walking up to and where I'm walking up to them. So somebody's windows up, I don't like to want to bother them. But if they got their window down, they're in a Ferrari, they're on Rodeo Drive in Los Angeles or something like that. Um, I will run up to them because they're in an area where they're kind of wanting the attention and whatnot. At the beginning, though, in Dallas, there was no Rodeo Drive or anything like that. I actually got banned for 5 years from the mall that I was originally filming at. About 2 or 3 weeks in, I almost got arrested. And
Oh
my
my
ban
God.
is still live right now. It expires in about a month, so maybe I'll have to pay them a visit. But yeah, like I almost got arrested, and they are acting like they were going to arrest me and that I was trespassing, but I had never been warned yet. So there were some hurdles for sure, and I've gotten some weird interactions with people, and things have gotten pretty heated. So it's every single time. You never know what you're going to get when you walk up to a random person.
Well, that's a good point, right? Your band is, almost up, and going back to it now, I think people would recognize you, right? But then you were just some younger kid, putting a camera and a microphone in front of people's faces. And, again, man, it definitely isn't an offense you should be arrested for. But I can imagine how those early moments can give you a sense of resistance, right? But there's true determination, Daniel, in being able to say, you know what, I'm still going to go and do this tomorrow, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, like I was working 9 to 5 in finance at the time. And a lot of people think that I will say at the beginning, my story was definitely luck because I had one video, it got shown to 3 people or something because I had 0 followers, and then it got shown to more people and it snowballed. So, even the very first people that viewed the video, if they didn't like it, then, I would have not had that first video do well. But then after it did well, after work, I'd clock out at 5 p.m. for my job. I'd drive to this spot before I got banned. I'd, work until the sun went down, go home, edit the content, do my original brand deals, pretty much wear like 9 or 10 hats at once, and then wake up, do my 9 to 5, do the same thing. And then on the weekends, I'd fly to LA, and I was filming from like 10 a.m. on Rodeo Drive until like 7 p.m. Friday. And then Saturday, I didn't have the money for a camera person or editor and no one to travel with me. I was staying in like some very sketchy hotels because I couldn't afford. And I was like 21 years old. I had like $10 in my bank account. So I did that week after week after week. Eventually, I ended up moving to LA because it was cheaper to, live here rather than getting a rental car and doing that on the weekends. And then I quit my job, which was scary. And all these things at the beginning where I didn't have the bankroll to make it easy. And I was working like 120 hours. Every second I was awake, I was doing something to try and
Yeah.
balance both these jobs. So it was luck at the beginning. And then I essentially just kind of positioned myself in the right spots and worked hard enough to be able to lift myself up and get a team and then get an agency and all this stuff. But it took years and years. So not luck eventually, that's for sure.